Hi, welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that takes a look, should I say, at players that have been linked with a summer move to Arsenal. And first of all, got to kick off with Theo Walcott. He has finally signed the Ting. Yes, Theo signed the Ting. He signed a brand new 4-year deal worth £140,000 a week. Initially, he was on just under 100,000, so massive jump for him, I suppose. Listen, this is the guy. I saw some fans tweeting yesterday saying, "Wow, how comes he's getting paid so much?" It's the going rate. Put it this way: he could have gone elsewhere and got more money. He could probably have gone to Liverpool and demanded more money. And I understand that this deal also includes like his image rights, which has been handled by the club. So again, it makes sense, because a lot of times players will say, right, pay me this set wage, but I keep my image rights. But the club apparently have got the image rights, so it works out to be a decent deal all around. It's sort of the going rate, and as I've been saying for a long time, keep this guy fit and he can do big things. He can definitely score 20 goals a season if he is fit for a season. But Theo Walcott has signed a Ting. I had been, I remember I told you guys about this one quite a while ago, that more or less what I'd been told by an Arsenal insider was after the FA Cup, it was a done deal. They'd shook on it. It was definitely going to happen. It was just about them sorting out little details. But he has signed on, and Theo Walcott will be an Arsenal player, and all speculation of him going to places like Liverpool, etc., is all over, because Theo has signed a new deal. Another player who signed, he's already signed, but ending a lot of speculation that has been around on him. I poured scorn on it a long time ago when he was being linked with Atletico Madrid practically every week, and that is Santi Cazorla. He signed a contract extension for an additional 2 years. Lots of fans will be really happy about that. He had a fantastic season last year. And he's firmly a fan's favourite, and it ends all talk and all speculation of him moving to Atletico Madrid this season. And fantastic that Santi Cazorla, we're all hoping is going to have another great season like what he did last season, has signed a contract extension and will be staying at Arsenal. So all of these rumours about going back to Atletico Madrid, I remember when I interviewed him, I asked him and he said, listen, I want to win titles here at Arsenal, and that was very encouraging, and he stuck to his word, signed a contract extension, and it's great that Santi Cazorla will continue to be an Arsenal player. This one's intriguing. Chuba Akpom. Now, we were told a couple of weeks ago by Arsene Wenger that he's definitely not going out on loan. He said Chuba will stay, this season. He said Chuba Akpom definitely not going anywhere. This is why I can't always believe Arsene Wenger. But we are being told today that he's on the verge of a loan move to Hull City. We're enjoying Isaac Hayden, who's also gone there on loan. And it's very intriguing. First of all, good luck to Chuba. I hope he does very well there. There is definitely a very, very good player in there. He just needs more game time. And I suppose if he's at Arsenal, he may not get the game time that he desires. In the pre-season friendlies, he looked very good, very lively, very quick. Composure in front of goal. I think he was trying too hard to impress, and sometimes his composure in front of goal let him down. But that will come. That will come with game time. That will come with more games playing. And I think Hull City under Steve Bruce will be a good place for him to learn his trade more. So Chuba Akpom on his way out, but very intriguing because, that's another striker out. So, we've got rid of Podolski, Chuba Akpom's gone, Sanogo's gone. All right, so really you've got Giroud up there, Danny Welbeck, and Theo Walcott. So sort of free out and out, what you'd say free and even Theo Walcott, you could kind of take him out. He's not really an out-and-out striker. Danny Welbeck's not always played as an out-and-out striker. You can put him up there. So does that mean that Arsenal are clearing the decks because they want to get? You guessed it. Karim Benzema back on the radar once again. Today we're being told Arsenal willing to up the money to £40 million. We've been told by some sources that even though Madrid have publicly said a couple of days ago that they're not interested in selling him, that they may be interested in selling him for that sort of money. Benitez has been experimenting throughout the friendlies with playing Ronaldo through the middle, playing Gareth Bale through the middle, and Benzema might be surplus through requirements. And if he's surplus to requirements, we already know that he's told people that, you know, if he did leave, he would love to play for Wenger, but he's happy to stay at Madrid. Mesut Ozil was happy to stay at Madrid. Everybody's always more or less happy to stay. Higuain was happy to stay. But if the right offer comes in, if Madrid think, well, take the money and let's go out and buy somebody else, it could still happen. I wouldn't say it is completely dead. There are some pundits out there saying, listen, it's a completely dead deal. I think until the end of the window, it's not necessarily dead. And certainly if we're going to need a striker, because we start, you know, as I said, looking like we're kind of leaving ourselves a little short now if, you know, Chuba Akpom goes out on loan. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, very, very interesting. Now, one striker who definitely won't be going on, a guy who was linked with Arsenal now for about the past 4 or 5 weeks, and that is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, has signed a new deal there. Looks like he's going to dinner there, but he's signed, that is him signing a brand new deal with Borussia Dortmund, a contract extension that keeps him at Dortmund till 2020. So that is a long-term deal that he signed there, and that is the end of that. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is not going anywhere. Very good player. I remember seeing him rip us apart in that game away to Dortmund last season with his pace. But as I've said all along, is he Aubameyang we're looking to pay over 30 million for? Number one, is he worth that? The answer, of course, is no. And number two, is he better than Theo Walcott? A season's worth of Theo Walcott. Is Aubameyang better? To me, no. You know, Theo's done it at international games. He's done it in the Champions League. A fit Theo sends the fear of life into players as well with his pace. So, you know what? We've missed out on Aubameyang. I don't think that's the end of the world. He is a good player. It would have been nice. I'm not even sure if it would have been the sort of signing that we really would have got fans that excited, Aubameyang. But Aubameyang definitely 100% staying at Borussia Dortmund. Linked today to another striker. Now, this time it's Clinton Njai, described as the new Samuel Eto'o. Because he's from Cameroon and he plays up front, it might just end there. But listen, he's just sort of had his breakthrough season at Lyon. He scored quite a few goals. And we're being told that Arsenal are having a look at him. What I understood with Njai is that Tottenham were trying to buy him and that they'd made a bid for him. I think it was about £7 million, which was rejected. Spurs. But we're being told that Arsenal also taking a look at Njai. He played last week, actually, for Lyon against Arsenal. Must admit, wasn't overly impressed, but you can't judge it off of one game. He probably looks a bit more livelier in that game than Lacazette. And there will be fans out there saying, listen, I don't know, it wouldn't excite fans if we bought him, because fans are immediately going to say, well, hold on a minute. Why are we buying the cheaper option in Njai? Why didn't we go out and get Lacazette? Go and get the real deal. Why are we getting the sort of second sort of in command sort of thing? We want the proper thing. So Njai, again, wouldn't really excite fans if that happened. And I don't know, it's more likely that it will end up, I think, at Tottenham. I'm not sure if how much Arsenal are interested in him, but he is certainly being linked today. And finally, another loan move. This time for hot prospect Dan Crowley, who plays for Arsenal, of course, an Arsenal youth player, midfielder, really, really highly thought of at Arsenal. He's going on a loan move to Barnsley. So good luck to Dan Crowley. Hope these guys excuse me, when they're going out on these loans, as I keep saying, make the best of these loan moves. Loan moves can go either way. Players can go out there and really put a big effort in, do really well, like what Jack Wilshere did when he went to Bolton. Came back such a good player, you know. Or you can go on your loan move and sulk, and it just does nobody any favours. Doesn't do that club any favour that you go to. Doesn't do you any favours. Doesn't mean that you're going to come back and immediately get into the first team. So I hope all of those guys going out on loan really give it their best. Let's get into the comments. Jack Black says, apparently, Real Madrid have done a U-turn and said that they will accept a £40 million bid for Benzema. Only 24 hours after saying he's not for sale. I'm so done with this rumour, he says, and the transfer window already. And I understand the feeling, mate. I understand the feeling. Listen, we're going to be here till the September the 1st. It's as simple as that. Jubal Bed says he's a Barcelona fan. He said, Barcelona fan here. He says, Busquets is far too valuable to sell. He's one of the first names on the Barcelona team sheet, and I agree with him. Said it yesterday, just cannot see Barcelona letting go one of their own, you know, one of their own in Sergio Busquets when, just forget that rumour. It's not going to happen. Commando Chicken Gaming says, thinking about it, Bayern may actually consider selling Lewandowski as they picked him up for free and could potentially make a £35 million profit on him. I don't think Bayern Munich are the sort of club that operate like that, where it's all about making profits and stuff. You know, Bayern Munich are a massive club. Bayern Munich want to be successful. They want to win the Champions League next year, and I cannot see why they'd let Lewandowski go. Lewandowski apparently even yesterday said to the fans that you haven't seen the best of me yet here at Bayern Munich. The best is still yet to come. So I can't see, even though there's all these rumours linking, even though we hear these things, if Benzema doesn't come through, then it's going to be Lewandowski. I can't see it. I can't see it. Multi-Wheezy Free says, no, I don't want Busquets. He belongs in the actor's studio. Anybody who's seen Busquets play over the years will know what this guy's talking about. You only have to touch that guy with a feather and he's rolling around on the floor. And I'll tell you what, that is a great point he makes there. That would not go down well with Arsenal fans or with fans of other clubs or with anybody in the UK. Busquets, honestly, he's one of the worst divers out there. So that's a great point you make there. He wouldn't go down well with those sort of antics over here in the UK. Ahmed M simply says, we need another Alexis Sanchez. We do, but where is that player? You know, think about it at the moment. You know, where are these guys? Where are they? You know what I mean? Where are the world-class strikers? You know, if you really want to bring one in, top level, where are they? You know, all of them that are with clubs, the clubs are securing them, like with Aubameyang. He's not world-class, but he's a top-class player. They're securing those guys because they know they need them. Lyon don't want to let Lacazette go because they know they need him next season for the Champions League. Then you've got other, you know, targets, but they're at massive clubs. Benzema, you know, Real Madrid, they do not have to sell these guys. It's only if they want to. So we can band a lot of names around, but it's really, really hard to prize them away. Could it be that we have to go for a sort of striker that is not at the highest level, but just underneath that? I don't know, but it's seemingly getting very difficult to find those targets. And let's finally go to Ahmed. No, sorry, we just done one for Ahmed. Mancha says, Robbie, £59 million, Argentina player missing, last seen in Manchester. Growing fears he may be leaving the country. He's talking about Di Maria. I remember having arguments with United fans who were telling me that Di Maria is much better than Alexis Sanchez. Well, I think that Sanchez, certainly this season, proved that is totally wrong. Alexis Sanchez has been wonderful. Don't forget, it's all about the Community Shield tomorrow. Arsenal versus Chelsea. Really, really looking forward to that game. We're going to be down there at Wembley. After the game, we'll be on Wembley Way interviewing fans. So make sure you come and check us out. Check out these brilliant videos, right? Another one launching again today. Brilliant videos called Superfan Face Off between Claude from Arsenal Fan TV and Tony from 100% Chelsea. Two diehard Cockney, hardcore fans of their club, facing off and discussing different subjects ahead of the big game tomorrow in the Community Shield. I say big game. Listen, it's not a friendly when we play, but check out, if you haven't seen those videos already, check them out. And there's some others coming up today. Brilliant stuff from those two. And also, the video is out for Aaron Ramsey, to the chance to win Aaron Ramsey's boots. If you haven't already entered the competition, make sure you enter that. It's a chance to win is Visaro boots. So that video is launched as well, and lots of people already entered. A chance to win the pair, not just one boot. You can win yourself a pair. Both of them have been signed by Aaron Ramsey, so courtesy of New Balance. So make sure you enter that competition as well. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time. Looking forward to the Community Shield.